So here we go, YouTube. I am back yet again, and um, I guess the big thing that I want to touch on is that I talked once before about how the United States is actually coming closer to a civil war, and now I'm going to shift gears a little bit and talk about how the world is actually coming closer to World War III. As some of you may know, Sweden is on the verge of civil war. They have enough rioting Muslim people to, well, enough rioting Muslim people as well as enough ISIS members and Islamic extremist members slash terrorists in their country that they're actually able to declare war on them within their own country. And please forgive the shaking of the camera. This is being done on my laptop, which is currently sitting on my lap. Um, my thoughts on this are basically one that I'm extremely worried. I'm extremely worried as being a prior U.S. military member because, granted, my contract has gone up, but at any point in time, I could still actually be recalled or drafted back into active service. I'm prior infantry and I'm a prior ammunition specialist, which means my combat skills as well as my prior ammunition MOS could be used if what I fear may happen comes to happen. And what that fear is that if Sweden declares a civil war and war on the terrorists that are within its own country, they're going to ask their allies to come in and help them. And one of their allies, of course, happens to be us, the United States of America. And of course, we will go to help our ally as well we should. My other fear is that Obama, in his last few months of presidency, long reign the idiot, in my opinion, he's wanting to allow more Islamic and Muslim refugees into our country. Now, normally I would say, hey, people are trying to flee their country due to violence that's going on in their country. Yeah, let's help them. But unfortunately, by doing this, not only do we allow those people that are trying to flee the violence, but we're also welcoming in those that want to bring violence to our shores. And in my firm opinion, and honest opinion, we have more than enough of that here already with the Bloods, Crips, MS-13, and those type domestic terrorists. I know a lot of people will say, well, no, those are just gangs. No, they're terrorists. Look up the definition. Everything that they do fits the definition. They're terrorists. Now, what should we do? Well, first and foremost, I think that the plan of welcoming these Muslim refugees into our country should not be allowed to happen. And I know that sounds extremely cold-hearted, but the fact of the matter is that we also need to look at national security. And by allowing them into our country, we put our national security at extreme risk. Because, I mean, granted, the U.S. media don't want to cover it for whatever reason. They're probably ordered by our government not to do so, but what's going on around the world is proof enough that if we allow these people into our country, this is what's going to happen. I mean, don't we have enough problems going on over in Baltimore? Don't we have enough problems with our own civil unrest? I mean, I I might be just another guy that's rambling on, but I honestly believe that our country right now has more than enough problems that it needs to deal with on its own, rather than welcoming in outsiders to create more trouble and more civil unrest. But furthermore, if Sweden does ask for the United States' help, I am a firm support that we give it to them. But again, my whole fear of this is that other countries are going to be drawn in, and this could very well be the kickstart of World War III. I hope that doesn't happen, but who knows? I guess my big thing with this is that the world's going crazy right now. The United States, as it is right now, I've said before, is on the verge of its own civil war, and just about every other country is following suit, following suit. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this doesn't happen. Hopefully Sweden can take control of the situation. But all I can say is, hey, if you don't have a plan, start getting one, because the world is about to go into extreme chaos, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But just get a plan, and let's hope that the worst case scenario doesn't come to happen.